Yeah. Oh, I said, well, hey. I'm sure that none of you have noticed that this is our first time back this year. We took a 2-month hiatus to spend time with family, and there was a lot of food involved. So if you hear a vibrating of the cell phone, I'm sure it's just Mark snoring. Don't worry about it.
Don't assume it's a cell phone.
From a hat, I am your host, Jay Sterling, but more importantly, I am joined, and I've got everybody written down in order, so it's all neat and fancy. I am joined by Betty and John, Deanna, Mark, and Marissa. I have to grab the hat. I keep it up there because my kid has a cat, and sure enough, it'll get knocked down and all this stuff will fall out. So, welcome back. There's plenty of online seating. I'm glad to see you all here. I can't see shit in it. Why did our producer just say, uh-oh?
Uh-oh.
And I'm not on there.
So our producer just said he has a small problem with Deanna's
Maybe
thing.
because I'm in hell. See, look at me.
A little offline right now. Should we proceed, Mr. Murphy?
Should I change my background?
So yeah.
Okay.
Disappear.
Well, apparently,
I will try.
fixing.
I'll take myself out of hell here and let's see what happens.
We're fixing some online situation.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Our producer
Steve's hell,
says,
not yours.
you, Deanna, it's me. Oh, the places we could go.
Now I'm in space.
The as a game of quickie we like to play, it's called Good and Bad or Bad and Good. The bad news is Steve Murphy is our producer. However, the good news is Steve Murphy's our producer.
He makes us look good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. God knows I wouldn't be able to do it.
Cut and dried. Well, we all hope you had
Lucky I
a
can
wonderful
put my hat on,
holiday, and
apparently.
we will be returning to the studio this coming Saturday at Town Square Studio.
Studio.
Town Square Studio on Saturday, the 20th of January. Be there, be live. We'll have some chairs set out for you, and we might even throw egg rolls or something at you.
I'm going to attempt to get some people out there too, so.
All right. As soon as I get a studio from the producer, we can start. Not yet? Okay.
Dun, 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 dun,
Stuff.
dun, 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 dun.
As you know, we are a nonprofit, and I'm not certain if our producer intended it to be a nonprofit, but that really is kind of the theme of how this has been working so far.
Yeah.
All about giving back, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we don't
all
really
like,
give back
subscribe,
either.
and watch. We can maybe affiliate and make some money. All you need is 1,000 subscribers, right?
Humphrey Bogart died today.
You mean thousands more?
This is the anniversary of his death. Sad. Okay, that's my sad moment. I have the card here. I'm waiting to read it. I'm sure it's a big surprise. It's not the same game we always play the first time on the OnLive show. Bullshit.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
He's changing it up. He's audibling. Kind of like Dak Prescott should have done a little bit more often, I think.
Well,
I had to get a little bit something in there. You know, I don't want the first word of profanity to come from Bickford because we know it'll be an F-bomb. Surprise! No, Jeremy, it's not a new one. The same one.
Might be me.
Everyone's encouraged to play.
Well, is Jeremy?
And how many times he's going to swear?
John normally limits it to once or twice a show.
Jeremy's probably, really excited about his Michigan team right now.
His Michigan theme?
Michigan team.
Team?
Teams, I suppose, plural.
Oh, okay. According to Mark, it's been a busy day in sports.
It has.
Yep. All the dispensaries in Michigan are having sales because of the championship.
What championship?
Football. Didn't they win the football championship?
Is college?
Like college?
Yeah.
Oh,
Against
yeah,
Washington.
Michigan won the Natty.
Yeah.
Jeremy just
Now the
typed
Lions
in,
are in the
yeah,
playoffs.
go
They're
blue.
playing right now.
Capital letters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I only know about the other thing because I don't know about football. I just know.
Hey, we don't talk about the Lions or the Packers.
Well,
I don't talk about them. No, you're right.
when that
Well,
Green Bay team
congratulations,
plays
according
that
to-
Dallas team, I'm a Green Bay fan. Just saying.
Mm.
According to one of our players who is not with us today, he's lacking some serious internet. Jeremy, he has made some comments. I just want to congratulate him for University of Michigan going undefeated.
Yeah, well, they cheated, so
Oh, okay. Welcome. The team is ready for the NFL or to be referees for the NFL, from what I've
right
heard.
because they cheated.
Okay.
Get
Or
some,
go to
get
politics.
some of them on the Vikings, so maybe we'll win.
And I'm sure there'll be some words coming back later on that one or soon.
I'm sure they will.
I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah.
I
Well,
figure if
sure
I
it's
can't do
not
anything
me?
else right now, I can bait Jeremy.
But we will play 7 games tonight. I've got
I
7
like.
games mapped out.
Oh!
Mm.
Mark, I hear a producer.
I can see you.
Okay. So does that mean I can proceed? Okay. I'm going to talk to him about this later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say, oh, look, the hat, surprise. All righty, our first game of the evening, the first game of the year is Caption This. Caption This. Our producer is going to put an image up on the screen. I haven't seen it. They haven't seen it. No one but the bowels of his mind has seen it. And we're going to make an Insta-meme on it, a caption, a funny. You, gentle and wonderful audience, are more than welcome to give us your suggestions. And if I see them in time and I'm able to read and be mostly functionally coherent, I'll read them off. Whenever you are ready, Mr. Producer, if I have my buzzers correctly, let's have the first image.
Yeah. Right. Mm.
Yes, Mirtha.
Jay, when was your hair that long?
Mark.
I need some braces.
John.
Yeah, the court says I can't.
Deanna.
Church girls gone wild.
Yes, it's Reach Out and Touch Me with their #1 hit, Not Without a Restraining Order. Marissa.
If anyone's ever seen the show, I'm probably going to kill this. The Righteous Gemstones. Just farm kids misbehaving. You guys ever watched that?
Nope.
No, but I think it's their next hit.
From audience member Tara. I love my Uncle Daddy. Mr. Bixford.
Reach out and touch me, 'cause in my state it's legal.
Betty.
Come join us in Utah with all the other girls.
Mark.
Shoot, my G-string broke.
I need a drum roll on this. Yeah. Marissa.
Utah. How'd you get all your wives to pose like that?
And this is the prequel to the Stepford Wives. Deanna's being hesitant. She doesn't know. We'll let her think about it.
Uncle Daddy hits way too close to home. But
We'll wait. If you're ready, we'll do it. No? Okay. John.
I don't know.
And now in the key of.
And from Jeremy online, he says, touch you. Where's Chris Hansen? I don't get it. Mark.
These guitars have way more curves than we do.
Ooh. Wait till our voices change on the puberty solo. Okay. Are we, all right, one more, Mark. John? Wow.
Yeah, formerly the Teen Challenge Quartet. Unfortunately, one of us aged out.
I cannot get their name straight, and John can't get his joke straight. You are in for a treat tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
All for you.
Oh, wow. Hey,
Can't
check
get
it
my
out.
hat
Let's get rid of
straight.
that comment. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion. Oh, me love you long time. Flexible, convenient, older management, all right. Jeremy, we'll do Jeremy's comment and then we'll move on to the next picture. I'd like to talk to you about our Lord. E. Next image, please. The Minister Quartet? John?
Let me touch him, and then you touch him, and then you touch him, and then you touch the other guy.
Well, somebody say something before I say what's on my mind. Well, young altar boy, have you ever had a sword fight naked? I'll buzz myself out. Betty, did you have one?
Yeah, I did. We are the new Green Berets of Utah. We have 3 daughters, 1 aged out.
Okay. I see Marissa's biting her tongue. We'll move on to Deanna.
And this is why Jay was no longer in the quartet.
Mark.
We're all master. Never mind.
I know he. John?
Let me touch him, for I have strayed from the church.
What's that song? Oh, I was thinking Rocky Horror. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. I want to feel dirty. I can't sing that. Deanna, please.
Next single, We Bait and Groom.
Ooh.
Featuring our #1 hit, The Sounds of Love. No, stop. Next image, please.
On the Boy Scouts hit parade. Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to go with what Sam just told us. Sam had one of our usual players. Steve Murphy, why? Just why?
Marissa.
Why is everybody always laughing at our gospel retreats, Ma?
John.
He touched me. I didn't jump down this well.
No, sorry, this is why Jay is no longer in the quartet.
Wait till I call in, Deanna. That was good. Mark.
He touched me. Now I have this hunting rifle.
Ooh. Marissa.
Why does everyone always show up to our record releases with whips and lube?
Oh. Betty.
He touched me. I will grow into this.
He touched me. Now I get a shot twice a week. John.
He touched me. The humor of Greg Kendrick.
Marissa.
Clutching at straws. He touched me. No, it's okay. I'm talking about myself in third person. It's my new single. Clutching at straws.
All right. Wow. I think it's best if we just move on right now. Just ease on down the road. All right. One more from Marissa.
It's bad. It's so bad. He touched me. Who? The stranger.
And we'll do one more. It's from our producer, Steve Murphy, who put this image up there. And it's very fitting that this should be the last one, and he's the one who put it up here. He touched me. Now I visit him in prison every other week, which is exactly where our producer's about to go. So let's get rid of this image. And apparently he had a theme. Anybody want to take a PG-13 guess at what his theme was?
No.
Stop. I can't really put my finger on it. I want to, but I can't.
Just
You can't
move
find
on.
What is it, Murph? Bad Touch? Bad Touch? Album title's
The
gone.
title's gone wrong.
Go ahead.
No.
Why gospel
They all
sucks.
have a theme.
We will give him a break. Had a flat tire on the road today, and as you know, it's just a little bit cold out there changing the tire. So we're gonna move on to the official games, and our first one is Changing Lines. Changing Lines. This is for Betty and John. Betty and John, you're going to play a game called Changing Lines. And the way this game works for all of you people out there that might not have seen this, they're going to enact a scene, and throughout the course of the scene, I'm going to say change. And whomever's speaking at that time has to change the last word, the last sentence, last paragraph, whatever. They just have to keep changing until I'm done saying change. Then they can continue. Deciding on your New Year's resolutions. Betty and John, your scene is Changing Lines. You are deciding on your New Year's resolutions. And I just upgraded my software, and I was told that the buzzer doesn't work. I'll try it again. If you don't hear it, I'll just go bring. And Betty, why don't you start us off with Changing Lines?
All right. Well, sweetie, here we are. Another new year upon us. And we are newlyweds. Look at us. Started the year out just right. And now we have to decide on our New Year's resolutions.
Oh,
So I was thinking maybe we should start with something about a honey-do list.
yeah. You could use a list of things to get done.
No. That's the honey-don't list. You are the honey-do list.
I'm
So,
not familiar. Sorry.
okay. Well, then why don't we start out with some New Year's resolutions having to do with getting ourselves in the best shapes of our lives.
Change.
How about if we start New Year's resolutions with getting in the best shape of our hair?
Change.
How about the best shape of our face?
Change.
How about the best shape of our hand?
Yes. The best. I am going to get that hand waxer. That's just dip. Oh my God! I'm going to make molds of my hands.
Change.
I'm going to make molds of my ring and put it in my nose. I'm going to put it in my ear.
Change.
I'm going to make a mold of, well, I really don't know if I really want to get into it yet because it's been difficult to find somebody to make a cast.
Well, that leaves a lot to think about there because when you're talking about not being able to find things, I mean, that is something that we could put on a New Year's resolution about you always losing your keys.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
I need a place to put my keys, some place to put them around. That's what the cast was for, was
Change.
that's why I didn't want to tell you because it was supposed to be for Christmas, but it's a little bit late. I'm sorry.
So I never got that Christmas present. So can you elaborate a little bit more?
Well, it's a little thing you mount on the wall, and when you come in the door, you're like, whoop, put the keys right there,
Change.
and it's a little thing. You put it right by the door, and then when you go in, you're like, "Get away from me, dog!" And then you move away.
So that's what the thing that you put on the by the door is to move away from the dog, to remind you to move away from the dog.
Well, yeah, the dog kind of reminds me of that as it lunges on me.
Oh, well, okay, that's a problem with the dog lunging on you. Why is the dog lunging on you lately?
Well, I've been eating a lot of bacon, and
Change.
I have been eating little bits of chicken that fall into my beard.
Change.
I've been just vomiting up Alpo everywhere.
Please change.
Oh,
I have been making meatloaf, and it's really nice. I love it.
well, there's a lot to unpack there, I'm nervous about how you went from vomiting to making meatloaf.
Mhm.
I'm nervous about that transition. But if we get back to the New Year's resolutions, maybe we should think about a New Year's resolution of us being able to talk each day to each other about our feelings.
Change.
Maybe we should talk about our emotions.
Change.
Maybe we should talk about how your hair looks.
I'm sorry, what? Wait, what about my hair?
Yes, it looks so good.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, it's a little something I call shampoo.
End scene. End scene. Did it work this time?
Yeah.
You hear the buzzer?
I might try it on the whole head next time.
You're still not hearing the buzzer. All right. Okay. Sorry.
It'll work it next time.
Our producer's not the only one that has technical difficulties. But it's not my job to be savvy. All right. Three of a kind. Betty, Deanna, and Mark. Betty, Deanna, and Mark. Three of a kind. The way this game works is that I have a list of helpful suggestions to flow their scene along a little better. Let's call it that way. And your scene is the three of you are waiting out a snowstorm. You're waiting out a snowstorm, and in the process of this, while they're enacting the scene, I will make these suggestions. They have to do it. These suggestions, and they're going to incorporate them into the scene. So Betty was in the last scene, and let's see here. We got Betty and Mark. Okay, so let's start with Deanna, shall we? Deanna, start us off. You are waiting out a snowstorm. Wherever you are, that's just groovy, and take it away.
Well, what are we supposed to do while we are stuck in this cabin? I mean, I can't even open the door. It's so cold.
Well, put another log on the fire.
What if we run out of logs? We can't even get outside.
Well,
Maybe, is this the time we boil some water?
well, we'll need the log to start the fire to boil the water.
Yes, I'm curious as to, we only have like this many, like a small stack of logs, and we have 13 feet of snow out there. It's almost to the top of the door, and I'm scared. I
Well,
don't
let
want
me
to
check.
have.
Let me see when this is supposed to be over.
Okay, stop. You are now in Fargo. The TV movie Fargo. Oh, sorry. Oh,
Oh, you bet. You bet. We need to get to the chipper though. Don't you know?
Well, I'm too busy watching the Gophers.
Oh no, not the
But the
Gophers.
Gophers
Gotta watch
suck.
the Gophers, see if they can win the game.
Why the
Gophers are never going to win. You know this by now, Mark.
But it's hockey. They win that all the time.
Oh God, don't you know? Don't you know? Where did the hot dish go?
What? Hot disco?
Where'd the hot dish go?
Oh, the
The
hot dish.
tater tot hot dish. I made
Betty?
the tater tot hot dish. You know.
Betty, did you eat all the hot dish?
I didn't. Nope. I didn't eat it all. But I did save some, and I'm not telling you where.
You left this little tiny bit because you don't want to take the last bite. I know how it works.
On that note, blah, you are now in the Old West.
Well, shoot. Gosh dang it. How the heck did we get out here with all this snow? Isn't it not supposed to snow out here?
I don't know, but when we get out of here, I'm going to the nearest saloon.
God dang straight.
There's some moonshine in the shed out there, eh?
Moonshine, you say?
Yeah, I started
Ooh,
it
that,
last week.
that'll warm the bones, won't it?
All right, hold it. Now, the accent portion, y'all talk like the Swedish chef.
Oh.
You tater
Okay, hold it. I knew that would go there really fast. You suddenly realize you need to go to Greenland really fast. You're stranded.
We're stuck here and we need to go to Greenland. How are we supposed to get to Greenland? Wouldn't there be more snow there? I don't know.
Let's find the red land, then the blue land, and then, am I in Candyland?
Red, orange, blue.
I think you're
yellow,
in the Lulu land.
Yellow blue.
Where's green? Where's Greenland?
Green.
Last one. Incorporate the phrase, I need a drink, in every sentence. Incorporate the phrase, I need a drink, in every sentence.
You know, we're going to get out of this sometime, but I need a drink.
I think I'm going to just sit here and wait for it to melt because I need a drink.
I'm gonna go out there and build a snowman because I need a drink.
I need a drink, and I'm going to have another drink.
End scene. Is it working this time? Dang, I changed the setting. All right. I've got more. But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more?
And there was much rejoicing. Yay. All right. The next game is Switching Roles. Switching Roles. This is for Mark and Marissa. Mark and Marissa. Now, the way switching roles work is similar to changing lines. However, when I say switch, they're not going to change their line. They're actually going to change the characters that they are portraying. And we're going to start the scene. You are making the winter car kit. And everybody up here knows what that is. For you folks down south, if you get stranded in your car without a car kit, you're in deep doo-doo. All right, Mark, you are going to start as the car owner. Marissa, you will be the expert, the advisor, explaining what needs to go into this kit.
Okay, I've made these car kits before, but you know, I really need some advice on how to make it even better. So what would you suggest I put in it?
You mean how to make it correctly?
No, better.
Correctly, yes. Correctly.
Better.
Well, you obviously forgot the 3 sample bottles of whiskey.
Sample bottles? That's the problem. I brought 3 liters.
Yes, they're never going to fit in that toolkit. Everyone knows that's just a silly mistake. You need sample size, which is why there are multiple. For those days you get that flat tire, you're irritated, you shouldn't drink and drive, but you want to. It's obvious. Minnesota.
I always have a shot glass with me, so I don't need to worry. I just pour some out.
And if we have nothing to put in the shot glass, what good does that do us?
That's why I bring 3 liters.
We have to do this correctly, Mark. Correctly.
Better.
Yes. Correctly.
Better.
So now let's move on. Let's move on to making it correctly.
Stop. Switch.
So let's move on to making it better.
You mean making it correctly?
Not making it better. And so now you've got your whiskey. You've got your whiskey that you're bringing along.
My shot glass.
You know, and shot glasses. And you need one other thing. I always like to make sure that the kit has the original protein bars. Some of these, you know, they're made right here in Minnesota at Pearson's Nut Company. You just put a bunch of those in the can too.
No, I'm allergic to nuts.
That's not what I heard. Anyway, you need to put something in there that you can eat in case you're going to be stuck in that car for a long time.
Okay. What should I put in there? I'm on keto right now.
On keto, so a lot of beef jerky is probably going to work with that because beef jerky lasts forever.
Teriyaki
flavor would be fine. Whatever your favorite flavor of beef jerky.
I feel like they're really making that salty now.
Stop. Switch.
So, you know, they're making that salty, and, you know, I really shouldn't have too much salt in my diet. So, do you recommend anything else that we could put in there that would work with the keto thing?
No. We're trying to make this correctly for Minnesota. And when you are stalled with a flat tire, one must have nourishment, whether it is keto friendly or not. And one must have their 3 sample size bottles of whiskey.
I bring at least a liter.
Again, this is not going to fit in the box, which is why it is incorrect.
I have a big trunk and I have a big box.
I can think of something else you have a rather large of. It's yeah. And it just keeps talking.
How would you know? You've never seen it.
Wow. Stop. Switch.
So
I know something else you've had a rather large of.
I've got a dog license. He's a good boy. He's in his kennel right now. What about him?
Well, you know, he's
dog food for the kid. For the kid?
Well, you know, dog food will work. Cat food will work too. But it's not very tasty. I've tested every kind that's out there, and they don't put anything in there that gives it flavor.
I don't think my dog's as picky as you. I mean, he licks his butt.
True.
So basic kibble for the kid?
Kibble for the dog. If the dog's going along, you need stuff in there for the dog. Absolutely. So
okay.
On to something with that. Now,
okay.
In addition to all of those things, you need something that's going to keep the car warm. Because once you run out of gas, you need something that will keep warm. So
candles. Then the dog can get by.
We agree on that. Candles.
And it'll warm up.
Candles, and then I usually bring a flower pot.
You decorate when your car breaks down? You decorate when your
flower pot. You put the candle in the flower pot, and then it creates this little chimney heat that you can warm your hands to.
Oh, okay. Do you think my dog will like to eat by that candlelight?
The dog will eat by any light that you give it. In fact, the dog will eat in the dark, and the dog will probably lick its butt when you don't know it. Well, you probably know that.
End scene is a buzzing word. End scene, you're going to get into a romantic dinner with a dog, aren't you? We're going to...
Hey, if you got to keep warm, you got to keep warm.
You know what?
Absolutely.
I like the zen you were going with.
No climbing inside the dog.
Yeah.
It's not Star Wars.
All right.
Candles aren't good for car kits anyway.
What do you bring, Sterno?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He eats that too.
No,
Game 5 is 2-line vocabulary. And this is for Marissa, John, and Deanna. Marissa, you get to play center field, and you're free to work the scene. Now, the way this game works is called 2-line vocabulary. John and Marissa right now are being sent 2 lines from our producer, 1 question, 1 statement. Now, this is all that they're allowed to say during the scene, and Marissa's going to work with those and get the scene, you know, where it needs to be. Now, the scene is, Marissa, this is the first day of snowplow training. The first day of teaching them how to plow snow. Okay, so let us start with John. What is your question, please?
Are margaritas involved?
And your statement, please.
I got gloves for Christmas.
Awesome. Deanna, what is your question?
How fast can these go?
And your statement?
Goodbye to 2023.
All right. Something we can all get behind. Margaritas and a new year. All right. You've got that. Marissa, you all set? I will pretend I'll hit the buzzer even though you can't hear anything, and I'll say, "Bring, take it away."
Welcome to 2024's new snowplow training class. Since we have
Goodbye 2003, 2023.
I feel the same way, but at least we had 9 feet of snow last year. There was a lot of bonuses. But anyway, since we have no snow, we have decided to utilize the contents of John's freezer.
How fast can these go?
Are margaritas involved?
Only on Thursdays, but I hope they can go pretty fast because some of these are really big. it's a little nerve-wracking, but we'll pretend they're ice. We'll pretend they're ice.
Goodbye 2023.
Exactly. Are we feeling ready to get started?
I got gloves for Christmas. I got gloves for Christmas.
But how fast can these go?
Well, that's a good question. We are going to find out in approximately 5 minutes. First, we need to go over a few safety measures. Does everyone have their kits for in case of an emergency breakdown?
I got
goodbye 2023.
Yep, good. Okay. So what we're going to do next, we're going to look through our kits and make sure they are correct. And we're being graded. Yeah, are we excited? Okay. So let everyone hold up your kit. Okay, we feel good. We're gonna plow some pretend snow or dead animal car. You know, whatever.
But how fast can these go?
Are margaritas involved?
Let's climb on up. I'm gonna let you turn the key because legally I'm not allowed to drive in the state of Minnesota. At least not for another 3 months. But I will let you start the car. Remember, the pedal on the right is the one we want to push to get it just really going. We're going to scoop some stuff and get it on the side of the road, which I believe is where John found some of it. Yeah.
Goodbye 2023.
Exactly. Return it to its home. Set it free.
I got gloves for Christmas.
And you're probably going to need them. So why don't we get in there? Okay, Deanna, go ahead. Start. Yep, doing good. Okay, take it out.
But how fast can these go?
No, are you trying to kill us? We're going to end up in John's freezer.
Goodbye 2023.
Oh, God. Okay, all right, John.
Are margaritas involved?
After we talked about this, which I'm going to need one too, I promise. Okay, so you just hop on up here. Just take it slow. Remember, take it slow. You haven't done this before. I don't think you've scooped these contents in a minimum of 3 years, but okay, which pile would you like to start with? Do we have a preference, or am I picking?
How fast can these go?
Okay, this is a good example, though. You need to determine which pile is most pertinent to the removal of the snow. See, there's a lot more that goes into this than people realize. It's not just pushing a shovel, you know what I mean? So
Goodbye 2023.
Yeah, and you know what? That's how we feel when we scoop those. Are margaritas involved? You obviously have already gotten into margaritas, so by default they are involved. Now we need to determine the height of the pile and how detrimental it is to those passersby. Although we probably don't want to get within 6 feet of these. Has everyone had their tetanus shots? Yeah.
How fast can they go?
We're not going to go very fast towards this one. Remember, we have to stay at least like 3 feet back. Yeah. And that one is still moving. So we are going to go for the smaller pile over here. Okay, everyone, veer right. Veer right.
NC. Still moving. I thought you were going to play target.
It's working.
Is it working now?
Yeah.
Oh.
It worked?
Yeah.
You buzzed good.
I don't have to go no more.
You can buzz me anytime.
Woo!
Awesome.
Who's buzzing who?
Is it still buzzing?
Give me a headache.
Oh, you make me go back to the I'm trying to figure it out.
It worked.
Okay.
Got him.
Yay. All right. Our new favorite game is Boardroom, and that's what we're going to play, Boardroom. And as I discuss the game, everyone look at your screen, all you performers. All right, folks out in the interwebs, we're going to play a game called Boardroom, and the way this game works is that I'm going to be the president of a company that has a particular problem, and that problem is that the company forgot to give out our annual Christmas bonuses. We forgot to give out our Christmas bonuses. Now, I'm going to call upon my advisors, my department heads throughout the scene. Now, Betty is going to be running the finance department. John is going to be running security. Deanna is in charge of transportation. Mark heads up the training, and Marissa is HR. This is how it's going to go. Okay, I need to, hello. I need to call this meeting to order. Someone told me that we didn't hand out Christmas bonuses. Betty, is that true? Do we do that normally?
Well, oopsie doopsie poopsie on us. Oh, someone forgot. You know what? Shouldn't go on Christmas vacation until you've done all your work. So there was a little oopsie, and it'll be coming. But we had to fire the person who forgot, and so now we got to find a person who will. And so.
Okay, let me just stop you there. Based on your hesitation, I think I need to go to John next. Is there a security problem? Are people getting really irate? Do we need to beef security up, or talk to me, help me out here?
Oh, you know it. You know, people are irate as F. Pardon. But I mean, they're beating on the doors. They're crawling out of pipes. They're in the walls. I think I saw one coming right up from underneath, right in there. Oh, they're just everywhere, and they are angry. And I really don't know if I can defend the place. I'm sorry. I didn't get my bonus either, so I'm a little bit,
Maybe you can work out a plan. I'll just move on to somebody else. Deanna, do we need to escape? Do we have a bus ready, a helicopter, a Batmobile or something?
Well, it is like complete chaos here right now. I swear that these truckers are about to break down the door, but all I really do know is all transportation is completely halted, and I have been told that they are not going to even put any gas or any fuel into the trucks or any loads until they get these Christmas bonuses. So I think we're completely at a standstill, and at a standstill, I guess we don't work. So maybe we do need that Batmobile, because I do not need to be accosted today.
Okay, good to know. Mark, so is this an execution problem, a training problem? Do we get train the people to move? Do we retrain some of the bonuses? You got a completely idea, because I'm so off track right now.
I train people on this, and nobody listens. All they do is sit there and play on their phones, including Betty and Deanna and John. And worst of all, HR doesn't even show up. So I can train them on how to do these things, but nobody ever even listens to me anymore. I'm going nuts. I need a margarita.
Okay, Mark, just take time out, sit in the corner. Everything's fine. Oh, great soothsayer of hopefully psychology degree, HR Marissa, help.
Just wanted to say that, Mark, yes, we have received your complaint, your complaints several times. And while the bonuses are, a bit inconvenient, we don't like them. They are not illegal. They are, however, inappropriate, much like my Secret Santa's gift of open flat bottom pajamas with a tag that read "Ticket to the Naughty List."
Okay, so before we wrap up this meeting, wow, TMI, pictures. Betty, any last minute things we can do to salvage this for money?
Yes. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Wow, thanks, big help. John, are we secure? Did you install barbed wire fence, a machine gun, something, anything?
I think the vast majority of us are very, very secure. The weak point that I can see is in the 4th floor office of the, wait a minute, hold on, finance department. May not be so secure. Just saying.
I see. I'm sure that wasn't planned. No one would ever you do. Deanna, do we have an escape route yet?
Yeah, I'm thinking out this window right here, and we will go right over the curve of the earth there, and maybe, just maybe, the truckers will go to the finance department instead of trying to attack me. So strike, 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 strike.
Okay, I don't think there's any way Mark, John, or I could hop over a curb. Mark, what do you got?
I'm done here. I'm gonna quit and I'm gonna go play Santa full time. And you know what, Marissa? Take those pajamas and put them on, please. Please put them on.
Anything that could be legally binding us in trouble, Marissa?
Aside from Mark, no, it turns out we did extensive research into this issue, and it turns out that the reason we're not able to hand out the bonuses, the company didn't do well for Christmas. We couldn't have foreseen that snow shovels, or shovels in general, with Vikings logos would only come in handy metaphorically and not literally. So sales are very, very down. We have no one to blame but ourselves.
Good to know.
Boom, there it is.
Marketing. And we're going to turn these shovels into axes, and we'll hack our way through the crowd. End scene, end scene. All right. Boardroom, we got into a rhythm there. Did you hearken back to the assless chaps there on that, Marissa?
No, I forgot about that.
Oh, no.
That was easier access.
All right,
Yeah.
I have the last card, and it is the quickies. Boom, chakalaka, boom. All right, the quickies. Set that there. The way this game works is I've got 4 or 5 pieces of paper here. I'm going to pull them out, and what's going to happen is each particular piece of paper is its own game. I'm just going to explain as we go. So the first quickie is Jokerpedy. Jokerpedy. And the way this game works is that I'm going to reveal a word, and it's going to be the joke, the punchline. What they're going to do, and you, audience, if you would like to play with us, and we welcome it very much, is give the setup. It doesn't have to be, but you get extra credit if it's in the form of a question. Today's Jokerpedy is slipped. Slipped. And we're off. Okay, today's Jokerpedy is slipped. And Mark.
My disc.
Slipped. What do I think Mark is doing when he vanishes into the corn every couple of minutes? Deanna.
What happens every time I park in an uphill slope when I'm delivering?
Yep. John.
What happens when my inner Freud comes out?
Not too dissimilar from what Sam, our performance, has posted. My mouth. Yeah, Freudian is what I was thinking. That's all I had. Anybody else, or I'll move on to the next one. Okay. Quickie number 2, just for you. Tagline. Tagline. Now, the way tagline works is that this is a tagline in a sales pitch about a particular product or topic. This one is ice melt. Ice melt. Now, this is going to be a sales pitch. It could be a real sales pitch or a not real sales pitch. Marissa.
Comes in very handy if you run out of salt for your margaritas.
Mark.
You know it's working because it smelled.
John.
Sure, it's pet friendly.
Deanna.
It smelled when you don't want to break a hip this year.
Betty.
What you need in the cold weather when you're wearing assless chaps.
John.
I smelt. Are margaritas involved? Oh!
Betty was close to mine. Mine was I smelled. The thing that really warms you up when you rub it on your bottom in those assless PJs.
That's close.
From one of our audience members, Marie. I smelt what you don't want to put in John's freezer. Mark?
You.
I smelled. I rubbed it on my last girlfriend and she disappeared. His reaction.
So many
She
questions.
was cold as ice.
Yeah,
Cold
so many
as
questions,
ice.
Deanna. Yes, John, please go, please.
I smelt what's in my freezer and it's not good.
Next quickie. Overheard. Overheard. The way this game works is it's a location, a public location. Things overheard at a coffee shop. Things overheard at a coffee shop. Marissa.
This latte tastes like ice melt.
Mine. John.
Yeah, is there a John backfired? John backfired.
Mark.
You want some cream in that?
Ooh. Deanna.
They told me there'd be margaritas.
Marissa.
No thanks, I'm lactose intolerant.
Ow. John.
Ooh, hold it right there. You're going to be in my screenplay.
Yeah, that's not funny because it's true.
Oh, okay. Darn it.
Oh, Lordy, I got a couple of them here. From Marie. Do they know that there's no ass in those pajamas? Mark.
You want to grind?
Ooh. Betty.
Can I get a tall and wide?
Wow, I'm glad you said that because from audience member Tara, we have, do I have cream on my face? Marissa.
I'm gonna need like 6 of these to go for my kit for my car, my emergency kit.
Let's go with John.
Somebody ordering decaf?
From audience member Sam. Batman, drink for Batman. Mark.
Can I get a little whip?
Sure, I'll do one.
Jay.
Bueller. I can go all day with that. John, again, please.
Beetlejuice.
No, don't do this James. Dale.
Damn.
All right. Are we good? We got another thought and take a round. I highly recommend Four Roses. Just saying. I do not endorse that. I don't get paid. You got one. Oh yeah, nice. I got the. Anyway, let's just move on that quickie.
Somebody gave me this as a gift.
Oh, Jeremy.
Or
Things overheard in a coffee shop. I said 2 shots. Oh, that wasn't whiskey. Wow, 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 wow. Boom, chakalaka. All right, the last quickie is fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. I don't shovel snow. I blanket. I don't shovel snow. I blanket. Marissa.
I don't shovel snow, I melt it.
Nice. Betty.
I don't shovel snow, I blow it.
Baby. Oh, did Deanna take yours?
You got me.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm changing my name to Snow, and we'll see you at another time. Sorry. John.
I don't shovel snow. I snort it.
Yeah. Mark.
I don't shovel snow. I'm the one that makes it yellow.
From Jeremy, he says, I don't shovel snow. I mix it in the margaritas. Personally, I don't shovel snow. I use it as my outdoor freezer. Mark.
I don't shovel snow. I melt it with my blowtorch.
Ooh. John.
I don't shovel snow. I just let it be.
Let it be. Let it be. Deanna.
I don't shovel snow. That's what I have kids for.
I might.
It's all right. Mark.
I don't shovel snow. I wait for the neighbor to do it for me.
From audience member Marie. I don't shovel snow. I wait for my son to come up to my house. John.
I don't shovel snow. In Soviet Russia, snow shovels you.
Oh.
That was
I
a
don't
pretty
shovel.
good Russian accent, John.
Yeah, he did. Well, he kept
I've worked hard there, you know?
He had a voice in the earlier game too. I don't shovel snow. I hose it down. Going once.
Oh.
Mark.
I don't shovel snow. I make a hockey rink out of it.
Ooh, there you go. There you go. From Melty Matt. Welcome back, Melty Matt. Melty Matt says, I don't shovel snow. I vacation for the winter. He's a wise person. Mr. Big.
Yeah. What? Oh no, that's sad. Sorry, Jay.
Sorry, Marie.
Oh, well, one of these has a defense. From audience member Marie, I don't shovel snow. I use ice melt on it.
No, she says it like this. I don't shovel snow, I smelt it.
Ba-dum-pow.
Melt.
Yeah. Okay.
The fish.
From Jeremy, I don't shovel snow. I blast it out with dynamite.
Boom.
Going twice. Going 3 times. All right. I don't shovel snow. I let it be because I'm watching scenes from a hat. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for attending the show. It's our first show back of the year 2024. Goodbye, 2023.
Goodbye, 2023. Woo!
Yeah, sure, you betcha.
I am glad that you came to join us. I am glad that my friends are here with us and we can kick off a new year. Again, as I mentioned before, we've got a studio show coming up. We will have audience members we would like to be with us physically and in person at Town Square Television. We theoretically will have the links posted in the credits as they roll. I am your host, Jay Sterling, but more importantly, sorry, I was reading a chat. But more importantly, I am joined by Betty and John and Deanna and Mark and Marissa. On behalf of all of us and the latest member of the Nibiati, our drunken producer, Steve Murphy, have a good time. Peace, love, harmony. Laugh at something because it's going to laugh at you. Good night.
Stay warm, keep you all your fingers.